Hello students, welcome to electronics class. In the last class we have learned different types of feedback connections. In that four different types of feedback connections we have learned. That is, first one is voltage series feedback, voltage shunt, current series and current shunt feedback connections. You people have to remember the block diagrams of each, and each block diagram is different in connections, that you have to remember it. And among the four feedback connections, the most used feedback connection is voltage series negative feedback connection. Okay, so whatever we are going to discuss, the parameters of amplifiers, voltage gain, input impedance, output impedance, bandwidth, everything that we are going to derive only for voltage series negative feedback amplifier. Okay, and that is the most desired one, and it is used in most of the amplifiers. Okay, so now we are going to derive an expression for voltage gain of voltage series negative feedback amplifier. The block diagram of voltage series negative feedback is given here. See, voltage is taking, the output voltage is taking, whenever we are taking the voltage output, the connection will be in a parallel connection, and how it is giving back to, how it is feeding back to input, that is in series. Therefore it is called as voltage series. If you are taking current output, then it will be a series connection in the output, and voltage current series in the sense it will be series in the input side also, or current shunt in the sense in input side it is parallel. That we have already discussed. So voltage series negative feedback connection is most important one that you have to remember. So here in this block diagram, let Vs be the input of feedback amplifier, and Vi be the input of basic amplifier, and V0 be the output of amplifier, and Vf be the feedback voltage. Okay. Where voltage gain, that is open loop gain of the amplifier, that we have already know before connecting the feedback circuit, that is represented by capital A, that is equal to V0 by Vi. Only for the basic amplifier, the gain of the basic amplifier is A, that is decided by V0 by Vi, that is before feedback. So it can also be written as V0 is equal to A into Vi. Call this as equation number 1. Okay, then closed loop gain, that is AF, represented by A suffix S, F, that is equal to V0 by Vs, where Vs is the input of the feedback amplifier, the total input after applying the feedback. So call this as equation number 2. Okay, then feedback fraction beta or feedback factor beta is equal to Vf by V0, or Vf can also be written as beta V0. Call this as equation number 3. Okay, so now input of the feedback amplifier is Vs, that is equal to, that can be represented as input of the basic amplifier, not feedback amplifier, Input of the basic amplifier Vi is equal to Vs minus Vf. Okay. Basic of the input amplifier will become Vs minus Vf. So Vf is equal to what? Vs minus Vf can be written as beta V naught. So V naught can be represented by equation 1, A into Vi, Vs minus beta A Vi. It is represented using equation 1. So now we have Vi is equal to Vs minus beta A into Vi. See, input of the basic amplifier Vi is equal to Vs minus Vf. Vf can be written as beta V naught. This is by equation 3, and V naught can be written as A into Vi. That is by equation 1. So Vi is equal to Vs minus beta A into Vi. So this can also be written as Vs is equal to 1 plus A beta into Vi. Call this as equation number 4. Take pause it and write down all those things. Then I will rub it and continue with the derivation. Space is less in this board, so okay, remember all the equations. If you have written it, then you can follow the derivation. Okay, then feedback closed loop gain, that is equation 2, or closed loop gain that we have written as equation 2. Just see in your page, that is equal to AF is equal to V naught by Vs. That was equation 2. So from equation 2 becomes, by substituting the Vs in equation 2, or you can write substituting, don't write this, this is already there in your book, and as equation 2, substituting Vs in equation 2, V naught by Vs is equal to 1 plus A beta into Vi. Okay, AF is equal to V naught by Vi into 1 by 1 plus A beta. What is this? V naught by Vi is a open loop gain. So AF can be written as A divided by 1 plus A beta. Since 1 plus A beta is greater than 1, since 1 plus A beta is greater than 1, AF, that is gain with feedback, decreases. That is, whenever you apply negative feedback, the gain decreases. Okay, compared to A, AF is less than A here. So, when you apply negative feedback, the gain of the amplifier is going to decrease. So, if A beta very much greater than 1, if you consider A beta is very much greater than 1, then AF will become A by A beta. We will neglect 1 here. So AF is equal to 1 by beta. That is, the gain of the amplifier with feedback is dependent mainly on the feedback fraction, and it is not affected by any of the device parameters such as supply voltage or aging of the transistor or replacement of device parameters. It will not, the gain of the amplifier will not be affected. It only depends on feedback fraction. Therefore, we can say that the gain with feedback is more stable. The gain with feedback is more stable. And also, stability of the, if the gain decreases also, it's not a big issue, but the stability of the gain should be there. If the gain is not stable, then there is a problem with the amplifier. Amplifier is not a good one. If the amplifier is good, then gain should be stable. If the gain reduces also, no problem. We can attach additional stages and compensate the reduced gain. But stability should be important factor in case of amplifiers. Okay. And if, see, I told you gain will not be affected. Gain with feedback will not be affected. It is depending on beta, so it will not be affected with the device parameters. But what happens when the gain of the basic amplifier changes? If the gain of the basic amplifier changes, what is the effect on that with the gain of the feedback amplifier? That means, whenever the gain of the basic amplifier changes, there must be change in the feedback amplifier. So how that is going to happen? Suppose if there is a change in gain of basic amplifier, that will be done by differentiating. We have an equation AF is equal to A by 1 plus A beta. This is our final expression for voltage gain with feedback. We have voltage gain with feedback is AF is equal to 1 plus A by 1 plus A beta. If gain of the amplifier changing, so how can we achieve that? That will be differentiating the equation with respect to A. That is gain dAF by dA is equal to, apply quotient rule, 1 plus A beta into 1 minus A beta divided by 1 plus A beta whole square, denominator square, and the denominator like that in the numerator, write the denominator like that only, and derivative for the numerator minus derivative for the denominator. Here A beta and A beta gets cancels. It will be 1 by 1 plus A beta whole square. If I multiply and divide right hand side by A, what happens? dAF by dA, that is equal to 1 by 1 plus A beta whole square into A by A. This will not change the expression. So A by 1 plus A beta into 1 by a into 1 plus a beta. The same equation can be written as like this. I have square it is square here. I have written it twice. So this can be written as a by 1 plus a beta can be written as af by a into 1 plus a beta. So daf by af, if this af comes here, is equal to dA by a into 1 plus 1 by 1 plus a beta. So this expression dAf by AF, this is nothing but percentage change in AF or relative change in AF. This you are going to study in the second PUC mathematics applications of derivatives. That time you will understand it better. This tells us percentage change in AF and this tells us percentage change in A. So percentage by this expression, because 1 plus A beta, write it here. See this expression, since 1 plus a beta is greater than 1, dAf by a, that is percentage change in AF is much less than percentage change in A. Therefore, whenever a gain of the basic amplifier changes, then the gain of the feedback amplifier also changes, but comparatively the gain of the feedback amplifier change is very small compared to change of the open loop amplifier. That means change in AF is much less than change in A. Therefore, we can say in feedback amplifiers the gain is more stable compared to non-feedback amplifiers. Okay. We'll solve some numericals on this. Okay. We solve these two problems now. I know the first problem. Calculate the voltage gain of a negative feedback amplifier with internal gain A is equal to 100 and B feedback factor is equal to 1 by 10. 1 by 10 in the sense you can write this as 0.1. Okay. So solution, calculate the voltage gain of negative feedback amplifier. We have to calculate AF. A is given, that is 100, and beta is given, that is 0.1. So AF we have to find out. AF is equal to A by 1 plus A beta. This is the formula derived. A is 100. 1 plus 100 into 0.1. 100 divided by 1 plus 10 it is. AF is equal to 100 by 11. It is 9.09. No unit for gain. The gain with feedback is 9.09, whereas the gain without feedback was 100. See, relate this with the theory. Always numericals and theory will not be different. Both will be same. Here also we are learning theory through problems. That's all. I always tell you, when doing the practicals also, we are learning the concept, the same concept through practicals. Okay. So whenever you learn the same concept which you have learned in theory through practicals and numericals, you will have a better idea and you can understand it better. Okay. So when we have a open loop gain is 100, just see the closed loop gain, our feedback gain is approximately 10. That means it is reduced this much. So that depends on the feedback fraction. If feedback fraction is still less, then AF will be little more. Okay. So this is how you can relate. In the second problem, in a negative feedback amplifier, gain is, open loop gain is given 100, feedback fraction is 0.04 and Vi is equal to 50 millivolt. So we have to find the gain with feedback. Again, AF is equal to A by 1 plus A beta 100 divided by 1 plus 100 into 0.04 it is. Here feedback factor is very much less compared to the first problem. Feedback fraction or factor. Feedback fraction was here 0.1, here 0.04. So how much output voltage is going to inject into the input, that is decided by feedback factor. So here 100 divided by 1 plus 4 it is. So AF is equal to 20. So feedback with gain without feedback is 100, but gain with feedback will be 20, not 25, right? Yes, 20 it is. Next one, output voltage we have to find out in this problem. V0 is equal to AF into VI, you can write. AF is equal to V0 by Vi, because it is feedback amplifier, you have to consider AF only. 20 into Vi is given 50 millivolt. 50 into 10 to the power minus 3. V0 is equal to 100 millivolt. For a 50 millivolt input, we are getting 1000 millivolt or 1 volt you can write. For 50 millivolt input, we are getting 1 volt as the output because the gain is 20 here. Then we have to find out loop gain. We have a loop gain formula. Loop gain is equal to A beta. A is 100, beta is 0.04, then it is 4. Okay, and the last one, fourth one, it is third one. Fourth one, we have to find out feedback voltage. Vf is equal to beta V0. Beta is 0.04. V0 is calculated 1 volt. Again it is feedback voltage is 0.04 volt. Okay. So how much voltage we are going to inject to the input is 0.04. Okay. So Vs also you can calculate by this. Vs is equal to, sorry, Vi is equal to Vs minus Vf. We have a formula. With that you can calculate this Vs also. Okay. And I guess that's all for today. Assignment. For your assignment, I will give one problem. Negative feedback amplifier has the following parameters. In a negative feedback amplifier, A is equal to 500, beta is equal to 0.02, and Vi is equal to 5 millivolt. Compute gain with feedback. Second one, output voltage. Third one, again loop gain. And the fourth one, feedback voltage. The same problem that we have done as a immediate before this. So solve this problem and send it to me. Any doubts, please text me. Thank you.